Alright, so OnePlus recently unveiled their newest mid-range phone, the OnePlus Nord. There's been a lot of talk about it in the tech world recently, so I figured I would give you guys an overview of what to expect from it. Now for a while, it seemed like OnePlus started to stray away from their original selling point, which was great phones for a low price. We saw this with the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro, which were both much more expensive than their predecessors. However, it seems that OnePlus has made a return to budget with the OnePlus Nord, as its confirmed price is €399. The slogan for the OnePlus Nord is, pretty much everything you could have asked for. Which I think is definitely true in some areas, but in others, not so much. To show you what I mean, let's start with the display. So the OnePlus Nord packs a 1080p AMOLED 6.4-inch display with a 90Hz refresh rate, and of course, an under-screen fingerprint reader. Now that's pretty good for its price. As a matter of fact, it's actually on par with the more expensive OnePlus 8's display, with the only difference being screen size. Behind this display, we also have a 4015 mAh battery, which is also pretty good for this price. Speaking of battery, the OnePlus Nord does come with a fast charger in the box. More specifically, OnePlus's own Warp Charge 30T charger, which will bring the OnePlus Nord from 0 to 100% in about 40 to 45 minutes. Another thing to mention, there is no wireless charging in the OnePlus Nord, so that's a bit of a letdown, but maybe we'll see it in the future. Moving on to cameras, the OnePlus Nord has two front-facing selfie cameras, an 8-megapixel 105-degree ultra-wide, and a 32-megapixel main camera with Sony's IMX616 sensor. On the back of the phone, the OnePlus Nord boasts a quad-camera system with a 48-megapixel main, an 8-megapixel 119-degree ultra-wide, a 2-megapixel macro, and a 5-megapixel depth sensor. Although this is technically a quad-camera system, you are only really ever going to be using the first two cameras. So, a few more things about the cameras. The main camera on the back of the OnePlus Nord is actually the exact same camera as on the OnePlus 8. OnePlus also calls the camera on the back of the OnePlus Nord a flagship quality camera, although I'm not quite sure I agree with that. Being a flagship phone, the OnePlus 8 Pro has what I would consider a flagship quality camera, and I would place it up there with Samsung, Apple, and Huawei. However, OnePlus is known for being very good at upgrading cameras via software updates over time, so I wouldn't say no to the OnePlus Nord just based on the camera, because it can always improve. Now finally, let's talk tech specs. So the processor inside the OnePlus Nord is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G. The OnePlus Nord comes with two options for RAM, 8GB or 12. You also get two options for storage, either 128GB or 256. Not too huge, but remember this is after all a cheaper mid-range phone, so I'd say it checks out. Also, you may not have known this, but the OnePlus Nord is actually 5G compatible. I predict that this will be one of the major selling points of the phone, as currently it's uncommon for a mid-range phone to support 5G. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. And sorry about my mic quality, I'm still working on getting a better one, hopefully in the future I can. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and catch you next time.